Hi guys, welcome to Workout with Di, and today we have a core workout. So we're going to have 45 seconds of work with a 15-second transition between exercises. We're going to begin face down, elbows underneath the shoulders, forearms on the floor, and then you're going to lift up and then come down. So right hand, right elbow down, left elbow down. So we're going to be working the same side here. So right arm is leading the way every single time. The feet are apart for a little more stability. If you want to work harder, bring them closer together. If maybe you need a modification to make things a little easier, you can drop down to your knees. In each position, you're going to be pulling the belly in nice and tight, engaging through the core, squeezing through the glutes, aiming for as little movement as you can in the hips. Great job. Coming over into our oblique crunch. So on your right side, right arm out in front, knees in front at 90 degrees, and then you're going to bring the left hand to the temple, and then bring that left shoulder up to the left hip, and then come down. Left shoulder up to the hip, and down. Try not to grab a hold of the head here. You're going to light touch at the temple. Squeezing the glutes in. Knees stacked one on the other. Hips stacked one on the other. Bringing that shoulder up towards the hip. Working the obliques. And that arm across the floor. Have that hand with the palm facing the ceiling or the sky, wherever you're working out. Workout buddy is here again, as always. Did not like the buzzer. Anyway, moving on to our side plank. You're going to come onto your hand underneath the shoulder, right hand underneath the shoulder, and then you're going to stack those feet with your top leg in front of your bottom leg, lifting the hips high, and bring that bottom knee up into the chest. Now options here, what you can do is simply omit the knee lift for it to be a little easier. So if you want that easier option, you just hold the side plank. If you want it a little harder, you can try not to touch that bottom leg on the floor. So you hover the leg across the floor, don't touch it down. You're going to try and have that hand underneath the shoulder, pulling the belly in. Trying to keep those hips lifted. Okay, going to move into the next move, which is a V-sit with a leg extension. So you're going to sit with your knees bent, spine long, belly in. Hold on to those thighs and just lean back and then lift the legs off the floor. And then we're going to simply just extend an alternating leg out in front. So we're going to try not to move the torso too much. Now obviously it's going to move a little bit, but try not to move it too much. Extending the legs out in front. And options here, if you wanted to work a little bit easier, you can simply hold on to the thighs for it to be a little bit easier. Maybe you just hold the V-sit. That will be fine too. Remember, the movement is an option. There's always a modification. There is always a progression. Pull the belly in. Okay, great job guys. We're going to move back onto that high-low plank. So coming into the other side, we're going to be starting off with that left arm this time. So come down and then come up. Left arm leading. So things to be careful of here, as you look, you see my left elbow and my left hand. My hand replaces the elbow, my elbow replaces the hand. So either the hand or the elbow underneath the shoulder at all times. So you don't want to bring that hand too far in front. Squeezing the glutes, pulling the belly in, keeping the core activated throughout. Great job. So we're going to come over onto the oblique crunch on the left side. Stack those hips, stack the knees, one on top of the other. Left arm out across the floor, right hand, fingertips to the temple, and then right shoulder up towards the hip. Now the goal here is that it's the shoulder coming to the hip. So don't worry about the elbow. Focus on lifting the shoulder, lifting the chest, lifting the shoulder, pulling it up, working those obliques. Core is engaged. The arm extended out across the floor. You're going to have that palm up. Focus on your breathing. Try not to hold your breath when you're doing your core exercises. Okay, moving on. Side plank. So, left hand underneath the shoulder. Scissor those legs and then lift the hips. Then the option to bring the knee into the chest. And in this position, you want to try and have a nice line from wrist to wrist. So really try and lift up through the hand, right up to the elbow, to the shoulder, and then across to that top shoulder and the top wrist. That nice long line all the way up. And again, that knee coming in is an option. If you want to hold, you can hold. Okay, V-sit, last exercise. So again, you're going to hold on to those thighs, belly in, spine long, lean back. Then lift the feet a little off the floor, and then extend an alternating leg. So here you see the beginner option if you want it. You just keep holding one leg. Just gives you a little more stability. Pulling the belly in. Then the harder version, arms in front. Harder version still, arms stretched out to the sides. This is a real balance challenge, so your core really has to engage here. Wider the arms, the harder it's going to be. Pull the belly in. Contract the core. Always work into a level that works for you. Remember, I'm just offering suggestions here. Okay, great job guys. That was your 8-minute core workout. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe in my channel. I put out new workout videos every Wednesday.